I just saw a door display and it was like, we are magnificent or something like that, and then all the kids were M&M's.
That's so cute. No, you have to keep it.
Oops. I have a cold. I feel like we need to name this alter ego. Skippy.
Skippy. What?
Hello!
This is Gavin with the Gaggle, a teacher podcast.
And a silly podcast. And I'm Tyler.
Hi, Tyler.
Hey, Tyler. I'm Beth.
Hey,
Beth.
And I'm Ashley.
What
Hey,
up,
Ashley.
Shlee?
Weird.
I've called you Shlee before, haven't I?
I don't know. One of Mike's friends, like wives.
Her husband.
Yeah, is called Shlee, so then I just feel like I can't be Shlee.
You're Arshlee.
True. Arshlee.
Arshlee?
Arr!
Argyle. Hey, I want to get to the important thing. Gifts.
Okay.
Beth dropped on me the other day that we got gifts, and Ashley knew, and Beth knew. Not me. Nope, didn't know.
From one of our viewers and listeners.
And that's, like, awesome.
It's
And
PR. Like, this is so
They've gotten
crazy.
us a lot more subscribers too, because they've told a lot of people about us, even some teachers down in Texas. Yeah.
Okay, who are they?
Well, let's open it and then I'll tell you.
All right.
Or should I tell you right now?
I don't know.
Wait or open them. Or like,
Shlee just wants to make me wait because she
Yeah.
knows it's driving me nuts.
I love it.
Let's open.
Okay. Little
This is nice.
ASMR for you guys. It was wrapped in wrapping paper if you're a
Really
listener
pretty wrapping
only.
paper too.
Yes. Oh my god. This
Open
is
it.
so cute. Silly Goose Club official member.
Mine's better.
Ooh,
I do like that
Okay.
Honk more, worry
I
less.
love it.
That's so cute.
That is awesome.
So for our listeners, they're white and green and black tote bags with little
Yes.
geese on them.
These are so fun. We can post them.
Shout out my Nana.
Aw, Nana.
Thanks, Nana.
This is awesome.
Yeah, I was really excited.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Aren't they
she's so
cute?
fun.
I'm a tote guy.
You are.
Totally.
We're turning you into a tote guy. I love it.
I'm a totally tote.
I love that you got that one too. I didn't even plan on it.
This is so
I love it.
cute. I
They're
love
very
it.
cute.
I'm different.
Thank you very much, Nana.
Yes,
Yes,
thanks,
thank
Nana.
If anyone else wants to send us anything, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our email is on all our socials or message us or whatever.
I have a P.O. box.
Yeah, because you live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not because I'm like, let's set up a P.O. box for gifts. No,
would.
my actual mail goes to my P.O. So,
But this is an
Yeah, they're the
episode that's just us.
just us. Yeah. Talking about a topic.
Going back to school.
Woo! It could be two schools of thought on going back to school.
Yeah. I do think we have two very different energies on going back to school in this room.
Yeah.
I'm very much in the like pits of despair when I think about going back to school right now.
I just get a big anxious pit in my chest.
I'm happy. I think it all depends on what you think about when you think about going back to school. Like, you guys are very much realists.
I'm thinking about my to-do list.
Yeah, yeah. Like, that. Me, I'm like, to-do list. Like, woohoo, back to routine.
Yeah. I've thrived this summer not having a routine. I've done a lot of random things. Yeah.
I'm not thriving. I'm surviving.
Yeah.
And my sleep schedule is messed up. I can't.
Valid.
I'm like reversed.
Reverse.
Yeah. Put in reverse, Terry. I can't because I'm sleeping during the day and staying up all night.
That was like when I first started teaching, I would go home every day and take like a 2-hour nap and then I couldn't sleep. And I would be like, can't sleep. He'd be like, oh, I wonder why. It's like, well, shut up.
There were some days it was like a mission for me to stay awake between the end of the school day and bedtime.
Yes.
Bedtime. I'm going to turn Beth's mic just a little bit that way more. There we go.
Thanks.
All right. So
Let's get into the goods.
let's get in the goods.
Yeah. We have a PowerPoint.
We have a PowerPoint. Office fans. I know we have some Office fans. Michael, he's the boss. He was supposed to learn
And my
PowerPoint.
husband.
Yes. But Michael Scott was supposed to learn PowerPoint to teach to the office, and he didn't learn it. And he's like, PowerPoint. And he goes, all right, let's open up PowerPoint. Oh, we got to do an update. No, we're prepared here on Gavin.
Yeah. All the information on the PowerPoint came from our giveaway that we did when this comes out, it'll be like a couple of weeks ago. But we had a survey that went along with the giveaway that just kind of asked teachers like what their favorite back to school activities were and their least favorite. And then, advice was the other thing.
Hey, we interrupt this episode of Gabbing with the Gaggle to give a sponsor shout out. Our sponsor is Solid Ground Landscaping. They are licensed and insured. Drake and Lexi are wonderful to deal with. The phone number's on the screen, 712-899-1873.
What?
Advice. I can't see us, but
Yeah.
I think we're going to be up in the corner.
Oh, okay.
So we might be blocking some stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
It says back to school. Shout out Canva for making it cute.
Back to school to prove to Daddy that I'm not a fool.
Billy Madison, I know that one.
Yes. Got your boots tied tight.
All right. So,
I hope I don't get in a fight.
Anyway,
Back to school. The favorites.
so it was so funny because we had like 16, 17 responses, and there were literally 4
Yeah.
favorite things.
I was scrolling them and I'm like, same.
Yep. So a lot of decorating and setting up the classroom, which that was the first thing I did in my room was I redid my calendar area.
Do you remember in college classes when they're like, all right, the project for today, create a visual of what your room is going to look like? Did you guys
Never
ever
had to do that.
You didn't have to do that? We had to draw like a map, how we'd map our room out, and then go to Pinterest and find photos and kind of make a collage of what you would want in your room.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't have to do any of that. Ours was like the bare minimum, I think.
Well, that's bare minimum. I just screenshot, upload. Anyway.
Valid.
But yeah, it is a big part, I think, of not only new teachers, but like the renewal every year. Like,
Yeah.
And it's such a refresher going into a new school year.
And I feel like it just brings you a little bit of joy, right? Like you get some creative energy out. You get a reset. I mean, I've reorganized my room every year the last 3 years, changed my setup.
now I know we had feedback on a previous thing we did before school was even out, and somebody said they don't reset their room. They've been teaching and it just functions the way they need it to now.
I'm hoping eventually I get to that point.
Or you tweaking just a few things. Yeah.
Yeah.
New planner vibes. I got a new planner yesterday.
I also got a new planner.
I'm already entering dates. I like a new planner.
I need to get a good planner.
I
What
don't,
kind of planner people are you?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask the same thing.
I don't know, because last year it was both in the book that I had. It would go by the day, but then after each thing it obviously showed the month view. And so right away I had gone through and put all my important days in the months, but then I wouldn't get to that until I got
Yep.
So I don't know yet.
I discovered one that I don't like. It was where it was columned. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they were in columns, and then the rows were time slots. I had
an
that last
appointment
year.
book.
Yeah, that didn't vibe for me because I would just want to have a spot where I write in a note. This year I found one I really like. We'll see if it works out. It's got the month view at the beginning of the month, but then when you turn it, it's separated by weeks, obviously. But on the left page is a summary of the week, to-dos for the week, priorities for the week, and then on the right page is the week.
That's the kind that I have to use. I can't do the ones that are either a typical teacher planner where it's subjects, days of the week.
Yeah.
I have to have my week, and then like mine are typically just a notebook page on the other side. But I can't remember what I got. I got mine at Five Below this year because it was like the same setup, and I was like, all right, that's lit.
I got mine at Target.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and then the days are just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and they're just open blocks.
Yeah.
So I can just write them in.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's my planner style.
Also, I laughed when I saw prepping first day of school activities because my first year, so it would have been 3 years ago, doing VBC. Like, because in resource, I didn't have kids the first week. My first day, when I had kids the first day, I didn't make any plans. And so then, like, all these kids are showing up, and all the adults are looking at me like, what are we supposed to do? And I'm like, okay, like,
Oops.
oopsies.
I do feel like gen ed classroom teachers, that is one thing that I miss out on is like, you play four corners,
Yeah.
of the room, and you do get to know your cahoots and all that. And that's a lot of fun. First week for like resource is awful. Schedules.
Planning.
Labeling everything.
Yeah, a lot of people like to label. Labels give me anxiety, but that's
Label
okay.
maker?
I
Or are
have
you
a
guys
label
more of
maker.
just write things on things?
I'm more of an aesthetic. I print it out, laminate it. But I have gotten to where I'll like laminate a blank one and then I'll just write on it with a Sharpie. But it has to match the vibes.
Yeah.
Teachers in my room left like 20 pages of those sticky labels. So I'm still rocking with those.
The yeah. What is,
Address labels.
what is that brand? Avery. Like Avery labels.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Back to school shopping.
What about you? What kind of label person are you?
Oh, similar to Beth, the person previous in my room left those Avery labels, but I also do have a label maker. In like last year for my math curriculum, I labeled it all with my label maker on my shelves.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm discovered I need to do what you do, like laminate it and make it interchangeable because changes happen so much in resource world that like labels are only good
By
for
the
things.
time, I would get a label on things if something would change and it'd be not right.
What was that?
A car. Oh, I bet it's an airplane dust
Oh.
cropping the fields.
Dusting.
That's like dust cropping.
Yeah.
It's a reverse day. All right. Ooh.
There were a lot of different least favorites, and so I just wrote them all sad.
So to give it perspective, teachers look forward to
Decorating.
like 4 things.
Yeah.
Making their space their
And
own.
the things that they're dreading are multiple bullet points. All right.
Yeah. I also, though, was kind of dead because, like, some people are like, there were multiple hanging bulletin boards were the
Yeah.
least favorite, but then decorating is your favorite. I was so confused.
Well, I think it's distinguishable between like I like decorating my room, but my bulletin board in my room.
I feel like bulletin boards are a whole new,
Yeah.
whole different battle aside from the class.
I didn't even do a bulletin board, and then you did a bulletin board
Halfway.
90% of the way.
Mine never changed.
Yeah, that's
Like half
fair.
those kids by the end of the year. I didn't
See,
even
and
see
I'm
it.
gonna redo my bulletin board, and I don't have a clue.
So yeah, I feel like you have to stick to more of a theme.
Yeah.
Like in the
That's
classroom,
fair.
you can kind of differ a little bit more. You can add different elements.
That's fair, I guess.
Because I hated doing a bulletin board.
See, I love doing my bulletin boards.
I know you do.
I
Okay.
know you do.
My one that I relate to so much in this PDs that could have been an email.
Bro, that's why I put it in all caps. I was so dead.
And shout out to administration that like just wants to be sure everybody's on the same page, but everybody knows teachers just want time in the room.
Or like, and this happens in even like Mike's work, but the person that asks like the super specific question that you should just wait and ask the presenter after, and it's like, we're here for 12 more hours because you keep asking questions.
How many times have you guys been in a meeting and maybe those watching and like the presenter or whatever is like, all right, so we're done unless we got any questions, and you just are like, don't you even think of, and someone does, and you're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Sorry, I feel like for people who just listen only, we should maybe just start at the top and then go
Yeah,
through it.
yeah.
But putting
Least
names,
favorite.
Yeah, least favorite. Putting names on everything.
Which could be the opposite of liking, labeling things.
Yeah.
So
I only have 6 kids, so like to me, it's not that big of a deal.
But imagining a gen ed.
Yeah.
And
25,
like our gen ed
26.
ones that need to have double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a pain.
Yeah.
Which is all our gen eds.
And
except for
especially if you
just
don't like know the kids or anything, trying to like remember all of them. Oh
Yeah.
god, that would be a pain.
I think that's why so many people go to like a number now, where then
Yes.
they don't have to relabel everything.
line up in ABC line
Yeah.
order. Yep. So names and everything, all the meetings.
Yeah.
Next bullet point.
Mm-hmm.
PD that could have been an email.
Valid.
Decorating at a new school.
Yeah, that one made me really kind of sad, honestly, when I read it. But I feel like when you're at a new school, you probably don't know, like, your crew. Like, you don't get that social time when you're decorating and rearranging.
Yeah. Hanging bulletin boards.
Yeah.
Laminating.
I do, going back to that, sorry, just thought about it. The decorating at a new school. I do kind of understand that if you think about like, last year decorating my classroom was so overwhelming at the start of the year. I'm like, oh boy, I don't even know where I begin. But now thinking about it, I'm like excited now that I've got
Yes.
to know my room a little bit more.
I really think that, like, back to school time, first year versus any year after that is so different. Because your first year, you're like, and this, like, thing that I saw on TikTok, and this that I saw on Pinterest. And then it's like, afterwards, you're like, no. No new ideas.
Laminating and cutting everything. I like laminating.
No.
I hate cutting lamination.
I hate it both, but
I
I,
hate
love
all
things
of it.
being laminated.
Yes. Thank God. My parents do all of my laminating and cutting. I'm very spoiled in that.
They've done some of my laminating
Yeah.
and cutting.
But I hate it. Well, and like, I had a kiddo that used to destroy visuals. He would put them in his mouth and like chew it until they would peel apart.
Separate the lamination.
Yeah. So now we have to cut, laminate, cut all of them instead of just like cutting and laminating. Or I mean, first.
Right, because if you
Yeah.
laminate then cut, you're breaking the seal edge. Versus if you cut it, laminate it, it holds the seal. Another PD meetings.
Yeah.
Explain the next one. Meet the teacher.
Like meet the teacher night.
Like at the beginning, we didn't really have
Yeah.
it because we were
I
resource.
stood out in the hallway and handed out a packet.
It gives me a lot of anxiety. I don't like meet the teacher night. Just in meeting like my new families, I would rather meet. I don't know why it actually gives me a lot of anxiety, but it does. Like,
See, I like meet the teacher night.
I like meeting the families, but I just think the night is like, I feel like so much pressure to dress up, and it's like then any other time they meet me, I look like this minus the hat. The other one was organizing week. I don't know if that just means like.
Like our flex week.
Yeah.
Kind of, we have. Just kind of figuring out.
Yeah.
The worst part for me that week is going to be prioritizing
Yeah.
and actually finishing a task before I go start
Yeah.
4 more.
Organizing makes
Word.
me want to die.
Dude, I'll be in the like one corner of my room working on something and I'm like, oh, I need to go over there and grab something off the counter. And in the journey from here to there to get one thing to come back, I start 3 things.
Yes, 100%.
Waking up before 8 a.m.
That one's going to be a toughie.
I can't really. My body, like sleeping in lately for me has been 8. Otherwise, my body is like already kind of in back to school mode.
I think I'm starting to psych myself out about the sleeping, so I'm starting
Yeah.
to just not be able to.
As I sit here and yawn and yawn and yawn. But I need that. Because I could sleep until noon.
God, I
too.
wish.
I hate it, but I could.
Grimmy beats me up.
That's her dog. Her dog. Clean up.
Valid.
Yeah.
I hate cleaning.
Wait. I just read the next bullet point.
Going back to
The
school.
least favorite thing about going back to school is going back to school.
I know. I was
Love
so
that
dead.
The angst. Okay. And then being anxious about getting back to it.
The angst.
The angst. I am
angsty.
angsty. I am anxious. Like, I have,
Yeah.
as chill as I am, like, thinking about it, inside, I'm, like, anxious.
Oh,
and,
very.
like, okay, like Beth just said, prioritizing, that actually, like, jolted me a little bit. So I'm
yeah.
like, oh, I got to go through curriculum and decorate. And,
But we can't even get anything figured out with curriculum because we don't even know who we're going to see and what we're doing.
you're right.
Like,
And that goes into the last one, hours behind the scene where you feel like it will never end. I'm a little worried about myself because although I've enjoyed my summer, I don't feel like I let go of school much this summer. And I don't want to feel burnt out early.
I will say the first couple summers of like teaching period, or like especially when I took this newer position, I didn't. And then like I did feel burnt out a little bit, and then I would just start like a pet project or something. But this was the first summer that I like fully kind of let myself like, nah, I'm not even gonna think about school. But now I feel like I have so much more anxiety going into it because I didn't do stuff over the summer, really.
Makes sense. All right.
But now we're going to get into some tips.
The back to school tips. Number 1.
Don't stress.
Thank you.
Take it day by day. I feel
Day-
like that goes with what we just said, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always going to be stuff, sorry.
No, I
I
was
was
just
just
gonna...
say there's always going to be stuff to do.
Yes, and just taking it one step at a time. What's that like really big popular quote? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step.
Like my mom used to always say, shout out
Hi,
Janice.
Janice!
That was so crazy.
We need a Janice button. Janice!
But she would say, like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite,
One bite
at a time.
Mm-hmm. What part do you start at?
It depends.
The hindquarters? The midsection?
Pat's face is so
The trunk?
Ew.
I feel like you start in the backside.
Ew. Smelly. What are you? Ew.
So the next tip
She's about to get mad at me for talking about eating an elephant, but at the same time, she's like, oh, that would smell so bad. Sorry. All right, the next tip.
I can't really read that.
Don't go back to your classroom until you have... Don't go back to your classroom until you have to. Otherwise, you'll think of things you can do there every day. Enjoy your time doing you things before contract starts.
Smiley face.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. I know you have like a couple trips here at the end of the summer. You're really getting the
You're
most out
going
of.
on a trip in your favorite rocket ship.
Threw
Yeah.
a bag of things in my room, and that's all I've done.
Yeah, I went back earlier this week and fully like crashed out, like meant to be, and then I set up my calendar area and I said, "Oof, good enough, bye bye." But I just think that's like important because I think during the school year it's so easy to get wrapped up in like getting there early or staying late or going in on the weekends. Like teachers get summers off because you need that time to recharge and to decompress, and I mean, it took me a lot of therapy to figure out how to do that during the school year. So I think like summer, you're at least kind of forced to do it.
Yep. I know who wrote that one.
Yeah, I do too. Shout out Laura.
Thanks, honey. But I will say that is how she does her summers.
Yeah.
Because if she even lets herself get back into the mindset of like going to the room, she's like in it.
Yeah.
So to stay away until it's time.
Yeah.
But again, 20 plus years of teaching, she knows what's coming up. And so just being comfortable in how it runs.
Yeah. I think like in your first however many years, because I know like one of the tips was like, I'm a first year teacher, I want all the tips. Like you can read all the tips, you can look up all the tricks, and like no matter what, you're gonna be anxious and nervous. Like
You know how you go to like a motivational speaker or something,
Yeah.
and they're like, listen, I'm talking from experience.
yeah.
And you're listening and you're like, yeah, but you're not me. You know, like just a little bit, not being
Oh, yeah.
cocky. I wish I would have paid more attention to people who are like, the first year sucks. And I'd be like, yeah. Or like, they'd be like, don't coach your first year. You'll feel so stressed out. I'm like, but you're not me.
Yeah.
No, like, nobody's superhuman. Like,
No.
which is the last post there. Stay positive. You will survive.
You will survive.
Sometimes you don't know how.
No. And that's why I think it's super important to have like a really good team.
Yeah.
Like there were a lot of days where between the three of us, we were in somebody's room trying to pick them back up. And it's also okay though to like have a mentee be, and like it's okay to take that personal day or that mental health day.
I don't know how other teacher teams or teacher groups work, because I haven't been a part of them, but like I like to think what we have is unique, but at the same time I'd like to think that everybody has it. But it really would be like, use an example, like Beth has some frustration, something happening. It literally would become like, hey, Ashley, have you talked to Beth? Mm-hmm. And then, no, I haven't. What's up? I just, and I would sometimes be like, something's off. And then Ashley would go talk to her and come back maybe a couple hours later. I talked to her. Yeah, there's just, and then I talked to Beth. I don't know. It just was like this, like nobody, we just all collectively picked each other up.
I think it's just important to have that, and like if you can't find that at your school, then like find that in your friends outside of school or something, or in a teacher friend. That doesn't work because I know like
Wait.
not all buildings are the same.
Find it within the community of Gabbing with the Gaggle.
Find it. We could have a support page.
Honestly, any of our socials, you could start a post. Hey, I'm having troubles with this.
Yeah. I wonder if we make a group on. In a bunch of teacher groups on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Because there is definitely good in numbers. Like, always keeping in mind that the more people, like, we get along very well, but we do have very different views on
a lot of things.
Things
And
from,
we teach very different, like things in different ways.
We all handle stress and tasks very differently.
Yes. We all, it's the strengths and weakness vibes, you know, like somewhere where I'm strong or somewhere where I'm weak. I lean on Ashley a lot for anything like power or
PowerPoint.
PowerPoint.
Excel.
Oh,
like, hey, I need
Google Sheets.
I'm trying to
is my
figure out
bitch.
this chart. And, yes, because I love data numbers.
Yeah.
I sometimes am like, I don't know how to organize the data.
Well, and that's one, like, my coach just learned to accept. Like, I will give Ashley the tool, and she's going to have to make it how it makes sense to her brain, and, like, that's just how it is.
Yep.
There are a lot more tips if you want to, like, go on. Sorry, they're on multiple slides, so we can
You're
read
good.
them easier.
Oh, good. Well, Ashley can't read them.
Yeah.
Where's your glasses?
I don't know. I should have brought
We would
them.
yell at the kids. Some more tips. Breathe and know that the kids are figuring out school too.
I loved this one.
That's a good one.
I think back to like my resource days, and I used to, when I had students with behaviors, I'd always want to be like, hey, let's teach them how to take a break. They'd be like, no, they're just going to abuse it. It's like, what happens when you as an adult get mad? You go take a lap, you go fill up your water, you go take a break. Like, I think
You
just,
lay under your desk.
yeah, you know, or in your coworker's office or room,
Yeah.
or you go cry a little bit. But like, they're learning it just as much as you're learning it.
And they're taking their cues from you.
Yeah.
So like, I'm a big believer. Now it depends on what age group, but I think you can do this with every age group. It just looks a little different. Being transparent and being okay, being a little vulnerable to your kids. Like, hey guys, I'm a little stressed out here today. You know, I'm trying to figure this out. We're going to get it, but just know, like, kids will see that. And for the most part, I feel like they'll give you that grace to be like, oh, yeah. You're having a hard time? Yeah, I'll help you, you know.
Well, like co-regulating with them. There was one day this last school year where we were doing whole group, and it was like the Grumpy Guppy or something, and they were all just being spazzes. And it's like I have a nonverbal classroom of 5 kids, and I'm like, guys, I'm feeling red spot right now. Like, we're just going to take a break. And it was the best break that they had ever done. But, like, they saw that I was upset, and we all just kind of, like, regulated together.
Yeah, I did that one day.
Yeah.
I had a group, my 4th grade group come in, and I was like, guys, I'm not mad at you, but I think we came out of a meeting or something. I was just overwhelmed with some stuff, and I was like, I just need you to really help me out and lock in, and we're going to get our work done, But I think I put music. I did. I'm like, I'm gonna put a little music on. You're gonna do this independent work right here, and just please raise your hands if you have questions. And it was like 10 minutes in, and I kind of decompressed a little bit, and then I was like, I thanked them up and down because they were awesome. Yeah.
I had to have a pep talk with my 5th graders almost every day when they came in, because they would come in after like my tough morning time, and then I'd have lunch, and then I'd have 4th grade math, and then the 5th grade writers. They would at the end they were like, "So how was your lunch?" Like they would kind of test out the waters. I
How
didn't
we
even have to
doing,
say
Miss B?
anything.
Did I tell you guys about the kids I had when I was in resource? I had these kids for over an hour of math. My last day, or my last group of the day. And then at that time I was going to the gym right after school. So I was drinking a pre-workout every day. And they'd be like, "Miss H, you're kind of grumpy. Did you drink your juice today?" And just calling me out if I didn't have a pre-workout. I was like, wow, guys, that's just really
Have your
rude.
juice.
Yeah.
This one is a good one that I did not follow.
Same.
Can you read it, please?
Organize when you pack up in the spring.
Oof. Could it be me?
I fully intended to.
Yeah.
Same.
And then it got to the point where I had things pulled out everywhere. And I remember I went, nope. And I just stuffed it all into cupboards.
Your room also became base camp at the end of the year. So, like, I had rocks and pre-workout and just really random things in your
And
room.
we had
so much stuff in
data of all of our special ed students all over. We were sorting. We had a cotton candy machine in there, keeping us going. Oh, yeah. So
What a time to be alive.
I did clean out a ton of stuff out of that cupboard, though. I have a lot of room to store more stuff in.
Yeah, you did take a lot out.
It's really hard.
Give it to you.
I
so
feel
excited.
like being like a classroom hoarder, I'm very openly one where it's like I always want all these resources and then I do the same shit all the time. It's like I'm not even
Excuse me.
pulling from those like
Yeah.
I know, I was thinking at the start of this year, in like the weeks of routines and things like that, I'm gonna like pick out a couple favorite resources of like what I'm gonna my main groups are, and then that's what we'll do for the first couple days, is just show them how to use it, so then it can be an independent thing if they come in, or like days where some of the kids are gone, I don't want to do curriculum.
Yeah. I was pulling all that stuff out. And granted, it wasn't my stuff. It's like the school stuff or the teacher previous that I had stuff. And I, end of the year, pulling it out, I'm like, oh, I could have used that 2 months ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a tip that came up, but I was just thinking about when you're talking about independence, but like waiting out the kid at the beginning of the year to let them learn a skill so they can become independent. Like in my room, there are so many adults, it's really easy for us to be like, all right, I'll hang up your backpack. But if you wait it out, like it will eventually build their independence and give you more time during the year, like teaching them that routine of like, this is how you play this game or this is how you do this, I think is a super important thing.
Well, and so when you first said that, I was like, oh, that's really your room specific. But no, I think it's important to have as much of your day be routine, because then it takes all of the thought and guessing and anxiety away from the student, because they just know that this is the way that all of these things work. And instead of like being unsure or uneasy or anxious about those things, they just know they work, and then they can focus on more minute, more smaller amount of
Yeah,
things.
100%. I think about that, like, I apply an independent work system with, like, matching numbers or shapes or whatever to so many other aspects in my classroom. And I think even if I went back to resource, I would still apply that of, like, you're this person, go grab your this folder, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was a good tangent to go off of that one.
Yeah, organization. And things will get done, and it's okay to prioritize you.
Yes.
I have a counter remark to that tip. Counter question. There's a floaty in the air right above my face. I'm sorry. Okay, here's my question. How many... So, there's the type A personality, type B personality. But I feel that teachers, no matter where you fall in that category, if if you do something that prioritizes yourself, you punish yourself because now you're more anxious because you were doing something for yourself and not what you wanted, what should have gotten done. So here's my question. And I'm not saying you guys have the answer, but let's discuss it. How do you prioritize yourself without making yourself feel like you put yourself in a deeper hole? Beth.
Well, this is something I struggled with this year already.
Last year.
But yeah, last year. So in theory, I would say like as long as you're doing decent at your job and doing those things, like the requirements of like if you need to get a form turned in or something like that. So if the things that need to be input or turned in by a certain day and time is getting done, and then it's like a list of just extra to-dos like remake a visual or things like that,
So prioritize.
it wouldn't be putting you down at all though, like
Right.
making you more anxious because
So-
you're getting the other things done that are most important. The rest is just like
So
busy
you're
stuff.
you're okay. So your tip to it is prioritize the must dos and maybe reward yourself a little bit before you do the may dos
Extras.
kind of. Okay, Ashley.
I'm gonna say, kind of, I don't know,
Opposite.
whatever. Yeah. That is what I went to therapy for. Like, I would go home and I'd be like, no, I sat and I watched a movie. And she's like, what was the movie about? I'd be like, I don't know. I was thinking about all the things I had to do. And, like, it's really a mind shift that I think a lot of teachers especially struggle with, because if we have to be gone, we have to make plans for someone else to do our job.
That's harder than doing the job.
Yeah. I will go to work sick before I make a sub plan most days. I don't think there's a good answer because like the to-do list of a teacher is never done because there's always something you can redo, revamp. Like I always talk about how reflective our job is. I think you just have to prioritize you because eventually you're just going to burn out and like you can't pour from an empty cup. Like you just have to, I don't know. That's probably not a great answer, but like otherwise you might have a mental breakdown and drive all through the night home from Nashville.
Nashville 2.0.
Things are getting done. So.
Yeah.
And the last tip on this page.
All right.
I was about to have a mental breakdown and drive to Nashville. Continue.
Be consistent with behavior management.
Oh.
Have you guys seen, I don't know if it's a meme or what, I don't know, like the come out hard and mean and angry all the time and set the tone to be that teacher and then lighten up? Have you ever seen that?
That like concept, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that.
I disagree.
You like that?
I think you have to because have you ever had to go backwards?
Well, okay. So you're right. I agree. You can't, once you set the mark, you set the mark.
Yeah.
But here's my counter to that. Set the mark where you want it
Well, yeah.
and be consistent. But in order to teach consistency, you have to know internally what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. And I think
Yes.
that's where I get loosey-goosey some days where I'm like, we're just going to be a little silly. And and then all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, you took it too far. Well,
Yeah.
I moved the needle
Yeah.
and they took it. So I think it's about being consistent. Now,
Consistent and know what you're okay with.
yes, yeah, and what you're not okay with. I love the, is it analogy when a picture describes a concept?
Just say it and I'll
No.
tell you if it's an analogy.
The teeter-totter. I tell all my groups about the teeter-totter of one side is work, one side is fun. And if you know a teeter-totter, if you load up one side too much, it falls to the ground and the other's left up high hanging. We don't want work or fun to overpower. We don't want one like this. We want it to be even. Now, if we're too silly and we have too much fun and it starts to sink, well, in order to bring it back to balance, we've got to put on more work and vice versa. Like, if I tell you we're going to
cool.
do all this work all the time, that's not fun. So we need to maybe have a break and have some fun. And I feel like it gives some of the kids a little bit of that visual. I'll draw it, and I think that's consistency.
Yeah. I think consistency and follow through, like, is the biggest thing where I'll hear my paras be like, well, do you need to go to the corner? And if I hear them say it one or two more times, I will go and make the para take him to the corner, or I will take the kid to the corner. Because, like, as soon as you threaten things so many
You have to follow
times,
through.
you have to follow through. or
Don't
you
say anything
have no power.
you're not willing to follow through with.
They had us do that in college, and I wish I would have. I did with what I could, knowing what I did then, but I feel like I might do that at the start of this year, like make a list for myself of like
Yes.
things I really don't like happening during my lessons or during one-on-one instruction, things like that. So then I also have a strong understanding for myself, because I also just get forgetful or stressed out. And
Yep.
That's what I did after my first year of BBC. Was I wrote out, like, what do I want morning meeting to look like? What do I want this to look like?
All right. Sorry, I was just trying to.
No, you're good. There's a lot more, so don't think that this is the end just because it's big.
Okay.
There are like 16 responses or something.
This is a big one, though. Just know, done things will not get done. And
I think it was maybe some.
done things are not going to get done. Just know that some things will not get done, and be expecting of that. Expect that you're not going to get it all done. Because once you think you got it all done, something new.
Well, and as soon as, like this last year when I'm like, oh, it's kind of boring in my room, that the kids will rise to the occasion. Like,
The kids will rise to the top. Better be over prepared than under prepared.
I wish I lived by that, but I'm always like,
If we're talking about lessons, I always have something to fall back on. If like something bombs or something.
or if the opposite too, if like I know I have some higher students, we may get through the lesson really fast, so having an idea of like a game or something to
Extra practice. I will be a first year teacher this fall. Do we know who this is?
I mean, we could go back and look.
I'm excited. Congratulations.
Woo!
That's exciting.
Good luck.
Yeah. Hey, ride the coaster, man.
Hey, I can read the last one.
Yeah.
Don't stress.
Yeah. And to our friend that's going to be a first year teacher, don't stress.
It's like when people are like, why are you mad? Don't be mad. It's not a big deal. Like, I just feel like the beginning of the year.
Get over it.
Yeah.
Stop.
Mike is just like, no, you're just going to be like this. And I know that. And it's like, okay, thanks for knowing that, I guess.
We did a podcast we did an episode that's going to come out next week from this episode. And it's got our spouses in it. Mm-hmm. I have to get a clarifying question.
Okay.
In that episode, I'm talking about how when my wife is upset, I just want to fix it. You and Mike kept looking at each other and laughing. Who's the need to fix it person?
Me.
Okay.
I am the fixer. Mike
I can see
needs
that.
cool down time. Like, he always says, like, you can't ring a bell. So, like, if I'm mad and I say something,
You
like,
squeeze it hard enough, you can. Right?
What?
If you ring a bell, bing.
Yeah, but it still rang. Right? So,
But I
like,
can stop the. I know.
if he calls me something mean, right? Like, and that's just one that, like, we had talked about initially when we first got together, that we weren't going to name call, whatever. But he's always like,
Boogerhead.
at the beginning. Sorry, I can't even talk. But, like, I'm the fixer. So, like, if he's mad, he'll go somewhere else. And then, like, I'm the little kid that's, like, poking through, like, 5 minutes later, like, hey, how y'all doing? You know, like.
Still mad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because that's me. I'm like,
Yeah.
don't walk away. We need
Yeah.
to be happy.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
me.
So that episode's next week. If you're
Yeah.
watching this. Strong. I feel like
We
I'm.
all started looking at it.
I feel like I'm reading
I'm
them
trying
all.
really hard to read it.
Strong classroom management from the start makes the year go smooth. Be firm and redirect as many times, especially upper elementary. Do you guys say
No, I don't say
elementary?
it. Yeah.
I say elementary, but Mike says elementary.
Elementary.
Yeah.
elementary, and middle school kiddo. Middle school sucks. Sorry,
They scare me.
they're like
Smelly.
nobody in their right mind. You say, hey, if you could go back to any time period in your life, no one's like, oh, between grade 6 and 8. No, no, we're all stupid. Yeah, I dropped it. Yes, and smelly, and you're getting face bumps, and like you go from like 6th grade, like I'm just a baby, and then like 8th grade, like I'm the king, like, and you know nothing between the whole time. 7th graders are the weirdest. It's like half caterpillar, half butterfly, still breaking out the
In the
cocoon.
But I do agree. Having strong classroom management from the start is really important. Last year went a lot better than my first year. And I agree with redirect as many times as needed because, like we talked about earlier, like that follow through, if you do not have it, and I think, and I mean, this is more just behavior specific, but like if someone else has to come in and intervene in that behavior, that person is taking away the power from the first person. Because, like, if I have to go fix something, then, like, I'm taking that power away from my para because the kid will listen to me. And I will always step in when there's, like, a really big behavior going on, and that's no part of, like, no fault on them. Like, I would rather I get hit than them. They don't get paid enough for that. But, yeah.
This is a little off the beaten path a little bit of this topic, but I feel like we do have a good amount of teachers that watch that have parents push into the room with certain kiddos. And I feel like that's where the unknown comes in because teachers don't want to usurp or take away the power of para or associate, whatever you might call them. But I definitely think it needs to be, well, I didn't intervene because so-and-so's with them. It needs to be collaborative.
Yes.
And the teacher and para need to work out some kind of way to be like, tap in, tap out.
Yeah.
You're not stepping in for me, although you are, but we're going to do it in a way where like, you know what? I'm going to step away because it's not working. He or she's not responding, or things are escalating on both of us and I need to get away. And you can do it in a seamless way where like, okay, if that's what, and then, whatever.
Yeah. This last school year, because I had some kids push in more, and I talked with my parents about it because I'm like, I don't know. I've never done that. And so, like, what can I do to help make that better? And so I went and collaborated with, like, the gen ed teachers and then, like, related also to my paras. But I said, they're gen ed kid first. If they get redirected by the gen ed teacher and the kid doesn't fix it, then you go and step in. But that being said, like, it's different for every kid, but they also, like, still have to be in close proximity and making sure, like, all that stuff.
And I think it's too, like, the student needs to know that different places may have different expectations. And just because in Mr. Anderson's room we can do XYZ doesn't mean in Miss B's room we can do XYZ. And more tied to that, like if you have a para with you as a student, you might feel like, it doesn't matter where I'm at. My para is my can or cannot do. I'm going to be this way everywhere. And that's not okay.
And that's going to be the one person I listen to, whatever.
Yeah. And then that's just problems for everybody.
Well, sorry, I have a side note, and this can be a different episode, like tangent, hot take, whatever, but I was in a PD one time where they said, having a student in gen ed with a one-to-one para is more restrictive than having them pulled out into a sped classroom without a para. And I just don't, like, I don't know. That's one that I really have to contemplate. Like, I don't know if I have a true, like, feeling on it yet, but I just...
I could see that.
Yeah.
I feel like... I don't want to go on a tangent about that because I feel like we could.
I feel like we need to have an episode about
about that.
One-to-one paras.
And
just
in
paras
in general.
Now, don't get me wrong. I was a para for many years, and that job is hard.
It's very hard, and they don't get paid enough for the shit that they have to deal with.
No, but at the same time, like, paras are, by job description, there to assist and help the student, and there to assist and help the teacher, and yeah, I don't want to get on a tangent.
Yeah.
I feel like we could say a lot about that.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Good
think
and
Not,
good.
yeah, I was going to say
Good,
not
bad,
a lot
and
of bad
others.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But being back to our tip, just being firm and strong.
Yeah.
And if you are, this is where I think where I started. If you are a classroom teacher and you do have students pushing in and then leaving, that doesn't change expectations. Have the same expectations for all your students with, with your, what's the two? Modifications and accommodations,
Oh, yeah.
that you might have to adjust. But behavior wise, that often does not have to be adjusted.
No, it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. Because if they're in that classroom, they're deemed okay to be in that room, they can follow the classroom
They
rules.
just might need some more reinforcement
Yeah.
or something.
Good topic. Tips.
I can read the middle one.
Hit it.
Positivity.
Be positive.
Yeah.
I'm positive I am losing my mind. Like, that's still being positive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But going back to it, like, your attitude just feeds into the kids. If you come in the morning and you're just PO'd and you don't want to be there, the kids are going to feed off of that and you're not going to get a good response. Your time is just going to be kind of wasted with them.
Now, when you do build relationships with the students and you are, steamed, you might have a kid that comes in and is like, hey, why you mad? And you just look at them like, shut up.
Yeah.
They just can turn you. I had a boy student and a female student this year that could do that. The boy was very much like, he would push the buttons to get me past being pissed off. Mm-hmm. And the girl would be like, is there something I can do? I can organize things for you. And would be so sweet that I'd be like, no, it's okay. I'm sorry.
My resource kids would work for cleaning my room.
End of the school year. What do you have for us to sort? What can we? They cleaned out my desk drawer and belittled me the whole time. Why is it such a mess? What? I'm like, I don't know.
Because I have crippling ADHD. Leave me alone.
Why do you have half-eaten crackers in here?
They're
'Cause I
yummy.
forgot they were there.
Saving them for later.
So just being positive. Not everything's going to be good. Create and set up birthday gifts for the whole class. Yeah.
I feel like that's a really good early on tip.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to remember during the year.
Nope.
I never-
Oftentimes I heard
yeah.
the announcements in the morning like, oh, whoops.
DoorDash!
Dash the door.
Yeah, no, I do want to find a little, whether it be just a pencil or, a bigger eraser, something like that that's specific for the birthdays.
I did the 1 year, I bought little frappe cups or
Oh.
whatever, and then I put tissue paper.
Frappe. I wasn't going to say anything.
I said something.
So anyway, the tissue paper and erasers, and then I put a pencil and a straw, full Pinterest teacher moment.
That's cute, though.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to just get a box and call it the birthday box.
Yeah.
Just have
Pick something.
Yeah.
things.
You could get a treasure chest at Walmart. They're only $5 right now. Like my treasure chest, the purple one.
I haven't been to Walmart in a long time.
I went today.
This one. This one.
I don't know what it says.
That part.
Don't listen to other teachers complain about kids on your roster. Yes. I have multiple examples of this, but there's one. We had a first grade student on our roster this year. And nobody was talking terrible, but multiple times from multiple people, I would hear ooh, that one. And for some reason, it scared me. And she missed the first 2 weeks of school. You know what I'm talking about now. And I remember being like, oh, maybe she moved and maybe we don't have her. And I remember going to her classroom teacher. I'm like, did you hear anything? Did she move? And she's like, I don't know. And she showed up. I'm like, oh my God. Dude, one of the sweetest kids.
Oh, yeah.
Hyper? Yeah. Crazy? Yeah. Fun? Yeah. Learned? Yeah. So yeah. And then I had a 5th grade boy who I thought was going to be the world's worst child. And he turned out just being a little annoying.
A little bit.
But yeah. Relationships are based on, it's a two-way street.
Yeah, 100%.
Not just one way.
Yeah.
It's not downtown.
Yeah. I think it's really important not to listen to the other teachers complain.
Facts.
Yeah.
Data.
Measurable and observable. But even like my one kid that I got his IEP. I didn't even talk to anybody. I got his IEP and it was like 150 physical aggressions a week. And I'm like, the fuck. And now I love him. And he
Week?
yeah. So that's like over 30 a day. And it was like that when he started, but now we're besties.
What's 5 times 5? 25. Okay.
It was like 30 a day. I said that.
I know. I'm trying to. How many per hour then? If 30 a day,
I don't know.
7 hours in a day, 5-ish.
Yeah.
Yikes!
Well, the bursts are intense.
Sorry, I didn't know if we read all of them. Whoa, this is a long one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's from an influencer that I've worked with in the past.
Influence me. Create a space you love coming. Oh, I like this one.
Can you read it?
Yeah, create a space you love coming to every day. I just needed the first sentence. Whether it's cozy decor, a calming corner, or your favorite teacher toolbox, your environment matters. Build an after-school routine you look forward to. It could be a walk, a favorite drink, or a show, something just for you. And most importantly, take time for yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup. You said that a little bit ago.
It's probably because it was in my head from reading it earlier.
There's something about walking into your classroom and feeling like you're in your space that just makes your day better.
Yeah. I had a teacher in the past that was like, I just feel like I'm like walking into a little kid's bedroom, like, and was rude about it in my room. And it's like, okay, but I like it. Like, and it's my vibes. And I'm
just a little kid.
I live here. Like,
Yeah.
I also think the after school routine is so important because it like helps you separate it. Because otherwise it's really easy to like live in the ick of your day if you have a bad day.
Here's a routine. I just thought about this.
You got it! Get it out! Today, Junior!
We Billy Madison. We have a routine at school. Like we don't leave school unless we're all walking out together, or if someone's staying, we all say goodbye.
Yeah.
And if somebody just leaves, it's an insulting thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, where were you today?
The group chat is real aggressive if someone leaves without saying bye.
Remember that time, Ashley, we thought she left, but she went to the office?
And then you guys thought I was quitting my job?
Yeah, bruh.
Everybody thought I was quitting.
See, don't break the routine or you're going to be quitting your job.
Yeah.
I love that one. Get your room cozy where not just the kids can feel comfy and safe, but where you feel comfy and safe. And again, it goes back to they feed off of your energy.
And it's your space. And, like, you're going to do so much better in a space that you enjoy. That being said, don't feel like you have to spend $1 million, though,
I was just gonna
decorating
say,
your space.
I'm going to be a little bit counterintuitive,
Ouch.
opposite of what we kind of been talking about. As a first-year teacher, decorate, but make sure you know how your room is going to run. And both be decorative and cozy, but functional.
It's also okay to change it mid-year.
you guys are saying everything in my brain. I love it. Just back and forth.
Ping pong, ping pong, ping
Really,
pong.
I'm like, that's what I was thinking.
Like, I still, to this day, like, change my room at least once a year. Like, during the school year, it's rearranged. What?
I rearrange about every other week.
Yeah. Resource, I did it a lot more. I just have so many more things to move.
Yeah,
now.
I think I'm going to rearrange again.
I don't even remember how my room started, but it's no, I don't think it's anything like it
No, it had, your desk has been, like, in every different corner. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
started. Yeah.
Woo!
Ah, let's have a good year.
Wait, listen to the one guy in the background. Oh, yeah! It's going to be a great year.
Yeah.
I think so.
And I think now that, like, we're going to be getting back into... Are they going to see The Matrix?
Yeah, I think they do for a second.
They
But-
do.
Yeah, I just think, like, now that we're going to be having the podcast during the year, it's going to be so different. Because I feel like we're going to be able to talk about things in real time and... Ish.
On a video. I mean, we did it.
What do you mean?
We talked every day.
Well, yeah. But, like, to the people. What if we make a support group?
Talk to the people. I got a hair on my hand.
It's mine. I've been shedding. It's bad.
Usually you shed in the
In the shower? And then you, like, drop pictures on the wall?
Yes.
With the hair. Yeah.
Yes, my wife and daughter, they lose hair. And I'll be like, the drain's not draining perfect. Oh, nasty.
Yeah, the other day I put my hair, like, in a heart on the wall. That was really gross.
Her hair is like a heart.
Anything
Sometimes
else?
it makes you fart.
Thank you, everyone, for all the feedback you
Yeah.
guys gave.
Yes. It
And
was
if
great.
there's any, like, topics or anything that you want us to talk about or any insights you have to, like, what we said, comment or contact us somehow.
Going to be a little bit of a change up to the way that our episodes are. Going to intermix more of just the three of us with the occasional episode with an interview. We really, I think it was really great having all of our guests on, and we're looking forward to having more guests we have lined up. But we want to kind of
Get meatier.
shoot the breeze a little more.
I feel like a little less.
No, shoot the breeze means like chit chat
Yeah.
instead of interviewing.
Oh.
Like, we want to get a little bit more yappy. Yes,
Yeah.
about, like,
Yeah.
certain, but be more
I get
on
what you're
certain
saying. now.
topics.
Okay.
Yeah, like today was all about getting back to school. We have a couple other topics on mind, and we'll have episodes about those. Any house? What? Her ears hurt.
Like, follow.
She got a big head.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Comment.
Subscribe. There will be a giveaway when we hit 100 subscribers. I am going to be responsible for that.
Okay.
The first 100 subscribers will be entered into a big giveaway.
Oh.
We are at 74. If you're a subscriber now and you're like, ooh, that sounds good, you need to
Harass your friends.
get your friends. Just take their phone. Hey, give me that. Let me get on YouTube. Boop, boop, boop. Subscribe. Doesn't hurt them. Doesn't
So-
do a thing.
What about if people subscribed with multiple accounts?
Multiple entries.
Okay. Heck yeah.
What about our
Color show. Red,
That-
red, red, red. White, 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 white. Oh, white. Is a cheer at Salsa.
cheerleader?
Yeah, I needed to sit with that one for a bit.
Have you guys ever
actually.
heard, have you guys heard crickets at night lately? I have not.
No, but remember when they scared Mom?
Yeah.
Janice. I called her Mom.
Weirdo.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. So please, we just want more people to subscribe and more people to comment. Leave a comment. Say hi.
Then you need to respond to their comments.
I sometimes do. I forget.
That's how they feel when they comment and don't get a response.
You know what though? I talk about their comments on the show.
That's fair.
Carrie.
I talk about them.
Carrie's commented multiple times.
I feel like this forces us to end if I play the music again.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Please subscribe, please comment, do all the things. Thumbs up on YouTube. Yeah. When this drops, we're gonna be sitting 2 weeks from kids starting school.
So a lot of people will probably be in school.
Bye, twinkle toes.
Toes. Do it.
Tony knows. Tony knows. Bye.